What's going on, everybody? This is your Astrology Horoscope for Friday, February 14th, 2024. I'm astrologer Alex Skyles, and welcome to the Moonbase. Hope you guys are great. Happy Valentine's Day. If you're celebrating love today, still can't figure out why Valentine's Day is an Aquarius season. Can we sign a petition to move Valentine's Day into another sign? Maybe Taurus season, maybe Libra season, maybe Pisces season. I kind of like Pisces season for Valentine's Day myself. So, anyway, with this moon in Virgo today, this is going to be one of the last times the moon is going to oppose Neptune. It's going to oppose Saturn. This is the last time the moon's going to oppose Saturn before Saturn goes direct. Saturn's going to come into 19 degrees very soon. So, what an interesting day we have today, because Mercury also is ingressing into Pisces, into its fall, right? So, we had a lot of information come at us, a lot of deep information through this Mercury transit through Aquarius, which we saw conjunct with Pluto. We saw the sun, right? What have we seen over the past month or so? Exposure after exposure, more deep hidden secrets coming up. That's shocking the collective. That's just like, well, it's like one thing after another. So now, mentally, our minds are going to start to shift into a much more spiritual, non-analytical space, right? More of a much more free-flowing. You know, it's not about the words. With Mercury and Pisces, or if you're a Mercury 12th house person, it's not about the words, right? It's about the feeling. It's about, the instinct, your intuition. Mercury and Sag, Mercury and Pisces, and their fall and their detriment. It's not their favorite place to be, but where we can excel, especially with Mercury on its way to meet with Saturn and the North Node. We have to be looking at we have to be looking at the mess around us, right? Things have gotten a little messy here with North Node Neptune, Saturn on its way. Saturn's trying to teach us. It's like, hey, this is good to get outside of ourselves. It's good to get outside of our bodies, right? It's good to fully, traverse on our spiritual quest, and learn these spiritual lessons through surrender and faith. That's what Saturn in Pisces is teaching us. And this moon at 18 degrees, which is going to oppose Saturn today. And this is the last time the moon's going to oppose Saturn before Saturn comes to 19 degrees and comes out of shadow. Is that what I said earlier? Did I say Saturn was going direct? I meant to say it's coming out of shadow at 19 degrees. So, here we are. This moon really bringing reality into focus. Helping us. This moon in Virgo since yesterday is like, look, things have gotten messy. Things have gotten sloppy. There's so many bits of information coming at us with Mercury in Aquarius. Now Mercury's in Pisces. We need to go inward a little bit. We need to let things flow a little bit more. This moon in Virgo opposing Saturn is trying to balance. Where we get so fixated on emotions, or where we get caught up in that obsessive compulsive just overthinking and being overstimulated and wanting to fix everything. And oh my God, with Virgo moon, a lot of the times where it's not its favorite place to be. Like this is, we start fixating on these things and we create them, right? And this is the lesson today. Emotionally, it's like when things come up that are challenging, that are difficult, that challenge your beliefs, that challenge your spirituality, that challenge the work that you're doing. It challenges your health, right? We have to focus and be practical. Okay, we don't want to be on the Pisces end of things where it's just like, fuck it, I'm just going to lay in bed all day. It's like we have to do the work. We have to put in the work. And if we could put in the work today and really just focus and stay on track and not let our minds just trail off into all kinds of different places that are unnecessary. This moon in Virgo really wants to stay on the task today. Mercury and Pisces coming in, our minds are going to start drifting off a lot more, right? So if you're a poet, you're an artist, you're a channeler, Mercury and Pisces, it's one of the best places. I have Mercury in the 12th, right? If you have Mercury 12th house, Pisces Mercury, okay? Neptune Mercury conjunction, or, any vibe like that. This is that channeling, intuitive, spiritual frequency that Mercury's coming through. So our minds are starting to shift into another frequency, right? Into the highest octave, at least that we know of in this reality or non-reality when it comes to Neptune. So this moon in Virgo today is being very critical of Saturn. And Saturn is also saying, hey, ease up a bit. let off the brakes. Just you gotta let things flow sometimes, right? There's a nice little sextile to Mars with this moon today, and Mars is about to go direct. It's at 17 degrees. So, I think allowing things to flow, staying practical, but also staying, like being in that sense of understanding with other people and understanding other people's emotions. Because that moon in Virgo can get pretty cold, right? Where it's just like, not registering the emotions of others, right? And this Mars in Cancer just wants to be seen and wants to be heard. There's a nice trine between this Saturn and Mars too. That's still happening and will continue to develop as Mars goes direct. So the effort that we're putting in, and I haven't picked a card in a while. I haven't felt called to, but I did today. And I picked the Three of Pentacles, and we could talk more about that after we look at the chart here. But it's like, today's one of these days where it's like the effort and the work that's been put in, this is where we can finally start to be recognized and be seen and be heard. As Mars is coming direct, the moon in Virgo wants to show its work today, right? Saturn in Pisces is also like, hey, look at what we've done through this Saturn retrograde, which is now about to come out of shadow. And 19 degrees, so we can actually start getting into Saturn Pisces territory that we haven't been to yet, which is very exciting, This moon will trine Uranus today as well, which is a great aspect. I think when it comes to, finding solutions in a practical way, like there can definitely be some interesting, exciting things. And especially because the South Node here, the moon's going to cross the South Node in Virgo, which we haven't seen many times with the nodes here. I think this is the second time we've seen the moon in Virgo cross the South Node with the nodes here. So there's a lot to let go. There's a lot that we've fixated on that we need to let go of. And this support from the moon to Uranus today, it's like Uranus is like, hey, just, take the leap, take the risk. Let's not hold on to things. Let's hold on to what, we need. That's Taurus, what we need. But there's things with this South Node and this moon today that we have to let go of. And this is connected more to our emotional baggage, right? The things we carry. Taurus and Virgo have bad habits of holding on to things and bringing things with them into new situations that have no purpose for the future. And Pisces, right? When we're talking about the past, holding on to the past. Because what the future really looks like for us is a new shaping of our belief systems with this North Node in Pisces, a new way to connect to the divine, a new development of faith. This is what's happening. You can see it all across the world. A lot of shit going on in the religious sects where it's just like so many people dying because of their beliefs. Of course, with Saturn, North Node, Neptune. Like, of course these things are coming up again. Of course we're seeing civil war aspects, right? We're seeing, opposing parties in the street threatening violence on people because they're unhappy, based upon their beliefs, right? But all in all, it's like with this South Node moon, it's like being able to let go of the things that like, oh yeah, looking at the future objectively, not holding on to the things that used to work. The things that used to work in Pluto Capricorn world aren't going to work anymore. We're in a whole new frequency. And that full moon in Leo with Uranus squaring really brought in a lot of revelations for what that's going to look like and where we're being pushed towards, So Mercury ingressing into Pisces today, the moon crossing the South Node, like there's a lot of dynamics just in one freaking day, and I got the Three of Pentacles today. So this is with this moon in Virgo opposing Saturn. It's like, look, I really have put in the work. Look at what I've done. Look at what we've done. Look at what we've done. This is what's paving the way for the future, right? That South Node in Virgo, the work that you've done in the past, how you've taken care of yourself and your body and your vessel in the past, right? The things that, were not good for your health or good for the state of your being or your work or the way you navigate, just to, in your physical body. The work that we put in or the work that we haven't put in is going to now start to show up as this moon is crossing the South Node, opposing Saturn, as Saturn is getting ready to come to 19 out of shadow. So much karmic ties are being severed right now, but also we're tying new knots, right? Because that's what the nodes are, right? The word node means knot. I think in Greek, it's the word knot, right? And if you follow the patterns of the nodes, they make a figure eight, like a loop, like a knot, and they tie. Same with the sun, the serpent, right? So today's one of these days where we just have to stay on task, focus, do the work, put it in, and not be afraid to show it off too. But the Three of Pentacles is like, look, we have to look, we want to be recognized. We want to be heard. This Mars in Cancer wants to be recognized. And once Mars starts going direct, a lot more acknowledgement and a lot more emotional stability and forward moving, because the emotions are just sitting right now. It's like a complete still water, a lake that's just not moving. Once Mars goes direct, and starts moving, once we get into the 18 degree after we're going to start to see the waters slowly start to move, and we can get to going again. So I hope you guys have a wonderful Valentine's Day if you're celebrating love today. If not, it doesn't matter, because every day is about love. So hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see y'all for the weekend. Peace out.